again, these were the paraeducators. Sorry, thank you guys for letting me backtrack. Here's our agenda for today. And pay. So continuing, sorry. If you are regularly a para 2, but for summer camp, you are a para 1, and you've had 10 years experience as a para 2 and 0 experience as a para 1, your pay for summer camp is going to be at that para 1 level. So just letting you know, it's based on the experience in that position that you're at. I linked up the classified salary schedule right here. In case you didn't know where you stand, you can always email Vanessa Davalos in our HR department, and she will be able to give you your exact pay so that you do know where you stand. Okay. Actually getting paid. So we're going to go through this form. You're going to have to turn in a form every single week. And the reason why we're doing it a little different this year, and that you're filling it out via online, is 1, they had too many paper issues last year, and 2, in order to keep track of the bonuses. So this is the first year that they're doing the bonuses. So we're going to start off with this form. I'm going to go ahead and put this form in the chat. There we go. And I will be, again, emailing you this form basically every week so that you have it. So you can save it if you want. But if you're having some issues with that or not knowing where to find it, you can go ahead and just look at the email that I send you. So this has to be completed weekly at Thursday, I prefer, or Friday. Please don't do it Friday at midnight, because this has to be turned in and I have to approve all of your pay. And that means I have to go back and look at everybody's, and it'll just be rough. So payroll, the cutoff deadline for summer camp is going to be split over August and September paychecks. Okay. You do get your $250 bonus if you work the entire week. So for the first week, it's only 3 days. You work those 3 days, you get $250. The second week is 4 days. You work the entire 4 days, you get the $250. So let's go over the sheet. So it's kind of a little long sheet over here. The first couple guys are just collecting your information. So your email, it's going to have a timestamp. It has your first name, your last name, and don't mess up on that employee ID number. Okay. They use that to identify us. Down here, the site is going to be Tumwater Middle School. Okay. There is a multiples option. Don't do that. That's someone like if you're a nurse that's working at multiple sites, so you spend half your day at Tumwater and the other half of the day at Cedar Park, that would be someone in that position. But we're all strictly at Tumwater. As we go down with that sheet, that's also the same multiple locations. We're leaving that blank because it doesn't apply to us. Is this work for Kinder Academy? No, it is not. Okay. And the reason why this is an option is because this is going out to everybody in the district, and there's a different grant number for that. What position did you work for summer school? You're going to either say para 1, para 2. It does give you that option there. If you don't know, then go ahead and ask me and I can help you, but both are on there. Is this the same position you have during the regular school year? So if you normally work para 2 and now you're doing para 1, the answer is no. Okay. But otherwise, most of you, it should be a yes. It should be para 1, yes. If not, it's okay. The dates that you worked. So again, it's throughout the week. These are important for bonus calculations. So did you work the full 4 days that week? What were the exact dates that you worked? Okay, the number of hours you worked. And then the site coordinator would be Tiffany Lace. So that's going to be the form that we're going to fill out every week on Thursday. Any questions with that? Okay. What happens with that form? So after you submit that form, I get it. And then I'm responsible for approving everybody's entry. So like, did you work that job? I have to go through everybody's answers. So I write, did you really work at the site? Who are you? Did you, work those dates? Did you work those hours? So I have to prove everything. And that helps also them with the bonus. Then I send this information to the grants team. The grants team takes that and they send it to the HR team. HR looks at that for rates and verification and sends it to the payroll team. Then the payroll team goes ahead and cuts you a check. So there's a lot of steps in between that happen. So that's why it takes a while, and that's why you're going to be getting your checks in August and September. PD days. So today and is our first day that we are having a PD. You will get an extra hour for this. So what you're going to go, or 30 minutes, but you can just put an hour. So today, what I would like you to do is I'd like to do this right now with you. Oopsie. Okay, I'd like to go over this form right now so that we can get that in. The reason why is because any PDs that we do has to be submitted by June 30th because of the fiscal year end. So go ahead and click on that link that I have in the chat and go ahead and put your email address in. Tiffany. Nice. What? What? Well, okay, put in your email address. Go ahead and enter your employee ID. Enter your first name and your last name. So again, our site is going to be Tumwater. Okay, we're going to click no here, and we're going to leave this blank. You can put pair 1 or pair 2. I think we're all pair 1 here. Yes. Dates work. So go ahead and we're just going to put in today's date. So June 22. Okay. And we'll just put 1 day this week. And we'll just give you the full hour. We'll just say it's an hour. So put in today's date, 1 day this week, hours worked. And then your site coordinator is myself, so you'll put Tiffany Lace. And when you guys are done with that, go ahead and put submit. Okay, because that will get you paid then for today's meeting. Okay. I'm looking at the chat. Any questions with that?
Do I use my Beaverton school email address?
Yes, I would.
Oh, okay.
Okay, awesome. So moving forward with this bad boy, the next step is, or the next topic now. So I'm moving away from pay. And if you, oh yes, Eric.
So will I be considered para 1 or para 2?
In this case, para 1, unless you're paired with a different student, that would be a para 2.
Okay, thank you.
Discovery Lab and CTE trainings. If you are interested, and this is totally for you, I know like Kim, you're going to be working with Brian, and he is doing I believe his first session is going to be based on the rockets. So if you were interested, you can sign up for the training. We have 2 tomorrow here at Tumwater. It's 10 to 12, and then another one from 1 to 3. If you guys are interested in, or anyone's interested in taking one of these courses, just because we have teachers that will be doing that in their classes, you do get an extra pay. It's a one-time pay form. So you will fill it out while you're there. And okay, or Doug Bundy, he will be collecting that. But
I signed up for the first one, so.
Oh, perfect. So I will see you there too, because I'll be here. So you click the link here, folks, to register. And then if that doesn't work for you, you can always email him, Doug Bundy at beaverton.k12.or.us, and he can accommodate different schedules. Okay, so I know Eric took one already as well. And then Kathy, Royshot, and Quinn, it's totally up to you if you're interested. Okay, it's not
the second one. These 2 are different, right?
they're the same thing that will happen.
Oh, so I take the second one.
Okay,
1 to
perfect.
3.
Perfect. So then it just kind of gives you a little background. The classes that we're going to be doing here on campus is we have the aerospace engineering, so rockets and drones. We're going to have health science being taught here. We have design, graphic, interior fashion. We have culinary arts and digital audio production and visual arts production. So we have quite a few different classes that you'll be seeing. So our building. So Tumwater is a 2-story building. It has 52 classrooms, but we will only be using 14 of them. 52 classrooms, we're going to be using 14. We have 2 gyms. We have a black box, which is basically you put the curtains all around the ceiling. The floor is all black, so you can black it out. We have a library. We have a tech space / computer lab. We have a CTE lab. We won't be using that. It's a classroom. We're going to have cafeteria and commons, and we have a lot of field space. So how we have our building set up is we have like a lower floor, which is like a M or an E, and then an upper story, which is like a U or an N. And then we have 2 gyms. We have a small gym, the auxiliary gym, and then we have a large main gym. If you would like a tour of the school, so a couple of you will already be here tomorrow on campus. So Eric, you saw the school already. Rashad and Kathy, you already work here. So Quinn and Kim, if you would like a school or a tour, because you're going to be here tomorrow anyway, just pop by my classroom. I'm C220, or you can have the main office radio me, or just call me over the speaker, and I would be happy to show you around. Okay. The teachers will be here on campus these days checking in. So if you wanted to meet teachers or just, again, check out the school setup in the classroom, you're more than free to come around and take a look. Let's take a look at this. So this is our map of the school. This is our lower hall. So right here is the entrance where our main office is. As you come down, this is A hall, and then we have B hall, C hall, and D hall. Each prong is just a different letter as we're going up in the alphabet. Our library is right off the main hall. Now down here, if teachers have you making copies or you needed to make copies for anything that you need, as we're going into C hall, we have a copy room down here. We also have a copy room here right off the main office. These are also where you will find the bathrooms. So the staff bathrooms would be right off of A hall in the main office. Okay. This whole wing B hall is going to be cut off. There's nobody in here. The only time you might be in this area is taking a student to a counseling office, which is right across from the main office, right over here. Down this way, we have student bathrooms here. These are all the classrooms that we will be using. We're going to be in lower C hall, and we have 2 classrooms upstairs in upper C hall. So it's just up the stairs, and the 2 classrooms upstairs would be here. We'll have teachers using the courtyard over here. We'll have teachers in the choir room teaching intro to guitar. We'll have the small gym being used. We'll have the main gym being used. All this is grass, and all over here is a field. So all that will be being used. This is the basketball courts that will be used. And down here is our cafeteria / commons. That's where the students will be eating lunch. So that's where kind of supervision is going to be throughout the day. So we will be doing, you guys will all be taking breaks in the middle of some type of class so that you guys will be supervising during lunchtime and during recess time. And I will be right there with you supervising. So if you had any questions along the way, I'll be here. Throughout the day, kind of responsibility wise, we will be getting lunches in. Our lunches are catered. We're not going to be using nutrition services. So when they drop it off, we'll put it in a walk-in fridge. Our cafeteria is right here. So we're going to have to somehow from the front, we'll have some carts. We're going to wheel it down here, downstairs into the refrigerator. Right before lunch comes out, we're going to go ahead and set it up. So when students come down the stairs and teachers are going to walk their classes down here, we will be getting the lunches and giving it to all the students. We're going to hold the students here for half the time. We're splitting our recess and lunch. Half the students will be at lunchtime while the other half is at recess. And then we're going to switch. So they will come in, these guys will go out, and we'll start all over again. Okay, the lunch is 40 minutes. Okay, so it's going to be 20 and 20 for each of them. Any questions with lunch? Okay, we'll clean up by wiping up the tables, and then we'll go back and help. Some of you guys will be taking your lunch breaks before the students, and some will take it after. Okay, and then I'll have a list of where you guys will be for each and every one of you. I'm going to be emailing out before school kind of a little newsletter for you for all classified staff. So you know exactly where you need to be at what time and what the responsibilities are. So there shouldn't be any kind of questions. I don't want you coming in being confused or kind of lost. It'll also say, you know, the summer camp dates. What about your breaks? Where do you stand? We will have a stand-up meeting before school starts as well, just to go over kind of any big ticket items and any questions that you have. This was the upper room. Again, the only two classrooms are these ones that we'll be using. If you needed to get away for a bit, you can come up the stairs and use this copy center. This is the teacher room. We also have extra bathrooms up here that will be used. And we have a staff break room that you're more than happy to use. It's nice. We also have an outside break room if you're interested in that. Again, the newsletter that I just spoke about, you guys will be getting before summer camp starts, and we'll have a stand-up meeting. Your time to be here would be 9 o'clock. You're here from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Okay, so again, you're here 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Around 9:45 is we're going to let students come in, and that's when we will be at the doors. We're going to give them snacks on their way in. There's only one main door. We do not have bus transportation this year due to the lack of staffing. We don't get any school buses. There's some schools that do get it, but we're not one of them. So everyone will be coming in for the main entrance. Everyone will get a snack. Again, lunch is 40 minutes. This is the time. Your lunch is not at the same. I have to modify that. I'm sorry. Us teachers will be taking attendance through Synergy every day, every period. So some teachers may need help with that, or some teachers will just struggle with doing it online. And so they'll give you kind of a hand list that may need to be run up to the office. Okay. I have this Q&A form right here. And I'm going to put this in the chat right now, this link. So if you have any questions at all that ever come up, and you're not able to access me through text or email, you can go ahead and write it down. That's also good for other people to see what questions there are and answers. My phone number, I'm putting in the chat as well. This is my phone number. Feel free to text me at any time, either throughout the school day or with any questions leading up. If you're freaking out for anything and need some guidance, closure, information, it's 818-903-6818. Okay. And then you also have my email address. Which is right there. Okay. Okay. If you're interested in medical training, the information's coming soon as I get it from my directors. So I've already emailed my coordinators. I'm just waiting back for information on CPR, EpiPen, glucagon, etc. So if you needed training or wanted training in any of that, I'll let you know. Okay. Questions? I know that was a lot of information, but I will send out again that newsletter, and I will update this sheet so that you have all that information. Okay, that's all I have for you today. So if questions do come up, you can feel free to email me or text me or whatever communication you would like. I'm going to stay on for a little bit, but otherwise, for any individual questions, but otherwise, thank you so much for attending. And I'm really looking forward to you guys coming and being here. And July 5th is where it's at.
So you will email us the timesheet, right?
No, so we're not doing timesheets anymore. Oh, the electronic timesheet, right? Yes. So we just did one together right now for this meeting hour. And then at the end of every week on Thursday, I will email it out again with a reminder to fill it out.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do I? Oh, oops, sorry.
No, Rashad,
do, do I pick yes or no for the Kinder Academy question?
No.
I missed that part.
You put no.
Okay, thank you.